Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my glass studio. We have a bit of chaos happening here today. I'm preparing for a 4-day hands-on advanced glass fusing class next week. I've got 4 students coming. They're, 3 of the 4 are flying in to be here Tuesday through Friday and spend 6 hours each day creating hands-on really cool pieces of glass. In prep for the class, I come out here to the studio. Takes weeks actually to happen. We came out a couple weeks ago and we vacuumed all the corners because I have this beautiful open door, and when it's windy, the leaves blow in, they end up in all the corners. So we've already done that. We've already, vacuumed up the cobwebs. We've wiped down the countertops. So I'm at the point where it's time to set up my workstations for the students. So at the moment, the tables are kind of crowded. But I wanted to show you kind of what the setup is for the class. And just arrived, right here, this fabulous bag has something exciting for the class. We have glue sticks, woohoo, 30 of them, so we can be gluing like crazy. Now this glue is to glue paper pattern to the glass and cut around it. This does not go inside the kiln. And you know how sometimes you're better off buying quantity because it's a little more money for twice the amount? Well, that's what happened here. So we've got lots of glue sticks. So when the grandkids come over, they want to glue something, we're ready. So we've got glue for the students, glue for the grandkids. So we're great there. Another thing I like to do is set up, a different little bin of materials for the students at their work area with all the things I can possibly think of that they might need during the course of building their projects. Things that, I don't want them to have to search around the room. I don't want them to have to, I need a razor blade, here we go. I don't want them to have to search around the room.
Searching around the table.
I don't have to search around the table, yes, for different things. So there are a lot of things you use in your, your everyday glass fusing stuff that maybe you take for granted in your studio because you know where it is and you have it handy. Well, I like to make those items available to the students right in front of them. So we ordered these adorable little tubs. Isn't that fun? So let me get rid of that box. So each of the students will have, oops, I get them apart. We can't get them apart because they're so perfectly packed. Oh my gosh, really? I can't get them apart. All right, hold on. What's gonna happen here? Yes, maybe not. Okay, we'll do this and we'll come back. Nikki figured out if we turn them on their side, they slide apart much more easily. So that's what we did. But I picked these totes because they're not too tall. They're not too big, don't take up a lot of table space. I love the color, I love color. And the bottoms are solid because some of the tools and equipment that are gonna go in this tub when I looked at tubs that had like a basket where it was open, I was concerned some of those little items might slide out and then the student wouldn't be able to find them. So let's go ahead and take this pretty teal green one. We're going to use, I think these 4 colors for the students. These colors over here will save, I don't know what we'll use those for, we'll figure it out. But anyway, this right here, this is what each of the students has at their work area. It's called a portable glass shop by Morton. And it has this grid where when they cut glass, the little pieces fall into the grid and it minimizes them getting cut from the little shards that are cut off of their pieces. This thing right here is for cutting strips. So if we're gonna make something like a weave or something with a border, they can use this and cut very accurate strips over and over and get consistent results. This also pops right up and comes off if this part of the tool is in the way and not working for us, so we don't need it. It comes right off. But I set it up like this at the beginning because it saves a little time. They don't have to set it up themselves. They also get a towel. We use towels. We try to minimize the amount of paper towels we use so that we can, and I'll just wash these at night. And they work great. They're lint-free. They wipe the glass off. They get it nice and clean. They can use it for their hands. They use it for any number of things. And then we have less waste by not using paper towels. So we're going to take these tubs. Let's work with this pretty teal one first. And this is all the fun stuff that the students have at their work area. They have a ruler, a straight edge really. We'll put that in there. They have mosaic nippers in the event that we make anything where we're going to be cutting up small pieces and want to nip, random pieces of glass. They have that in there. Now the students are asked to bring their own cutting tools. If they forget something or something gets damaged on the way here, I have tools they can borrow, but they're asked to bring their own primarily because most people are very comfortable with a specific cutter and specific pliers. And also safety glasses. If you're not already wearing glasses, safety glasses are required here in the classroom. So by asking them to bring their own cutters, I know that they've got something they're automatically comfortable with. I also have these little tiny plastic containers. Now these, we might put frit in them. So a student could go over to the, if everyone's using the same kind of frit, same color, they could put some in here and take it back to their work area so they're not constantly spending time going to get material. Another great thing these are for is, let's say you're building a project and it's going to be hard to get up off the table. You can put these down and you can take your glass, set it right on top, build on there, then you can lift up very easily and take it to the kiln or wherever you want to take it. So they're great for a variety of things. So those go in here. Got a ruler. Everyone needs a ruler because you sometimes want to measure your glass. So got that in there. We have a glue stick to glue the paper to the glass when we cut around it. Now, I'm not necessarily saying this is the only brand of glue stick to use. Use any brand you have. This just happens to be the one that I happen to have here in the studio. So we put that in there. We have scissors. There being occasions where they need scissors to cut some paper, cut, maybe fiber paper, any number of things. So we've got scissors in there. We have an X-Acto knife with a brand new sharp blade. I put this little piece of foam board on there so they wouldn't get cut if they, if they're not looking where they're putting their hand inside this little container. We know they're not going to grab the tip of that. They have two paint brushes, a pointy one and a flat one. We'll use these to move frit around the project. A lot of times we'll use frit in where our pieces don't fit perfectly together. We'll use frit there to create an additional detail, a nice outline. Or we might use frit for shading, like a sunset or something. So they've got two paint brushes in there. They have two sifters. A small one and like a 1 inch and a 2 inch, and these are used when we're applying powder frit to a project. Might be making, like I mentioned a minute ago, a sunset. We would use this to sift the orange and the yellow and the blue along that background. And then sometimes you want a smaller one because the area that you're doing is more concentrated. So that's, both of these are in there. All right, we got a Sharpie. We're gonna use that to write on our glass if we need to draw a line that we want to cut, or we want to mark something, or mark your pattern. We've got that in there. Lens wipes in case they need to clean their safety glasses. Those get marked up on the way here. This is an incredibly useful little tool. It's a straw cut in half at an angle. I call it the straw spoon. Very exciting name, I know. And this is used when you want to apply a tiny little amount of frit in just a small area. It's you can have tiny control and apply something in a very small area. When we're using the spoon for the similar application, the spoon is like a broadcasting application. The little tiny straw is more of a precise application, just one little spot. Say you just want to do a little highlight around the eyeball of a bird. Or suppose you want to do big clouds. Clouds, you do this one. Highlight around the bird's eye, you'd use this one. All right, Band-Aid, of course. If they have a Band-Aid, they won't need it. That's my motto there. This is hairspray, liquid hairspray in this little tiny applicator bottle. So if you want to apply glue to the project as you're assembling it and ensure it won't, they're like pieces like twisted cane or murini or stringers. A lot of times they want to roll on you when you're trying to transport your art to the kiln. Well, a tiny drop of this hairspray will dry quickly, burns off without leaving any residue, and it'll ensure that your project is intact when you get to the kiln. We've got a pen. Of course, they can write stuff down, a pencil, they might need that. We have lip balm. If we're going to use the saw and we draw on the glass with a Sharpie to show the line that we want to cut with the saw, we'll go over it with lip balm so the Sharpie mark doesn't wash away when the water from the saw gets on top of the glass. So these are little things that during the course of the week people ask me, oh, do you have this? Oh, do you have this? No, guess what? You already have it in your little bin right there in front of you, and everybody has the same stuff. So, you're not like borrowing from someone and then they don't have it to use, you have it. Little tweezers, these come in handy for any number of things, moving a little piece of scrap around. There's a piece of scrap where you don't want it. You want to put a little stringer somewhere or whatever. They come in handy for a whole bunch of different things. So we've got that. Maybe we'll just hang that on the side. That makes that easier to find. Q-tip. Okay, great for cleaning off frit, cleaning off glue, any number of things. You can use it wet, you can use it dry, you could use it to create a pattern in frit if you wanted to. So I've got one of those in there. Really helpful tool, single edge razor blade. I use this to remove the sticker off the glass, the sticker that indicates what the color code is and the manufacturer's information. I use this for that. I also use it to remove, if there's any paint marker on the glass, it'll work on that. It works to remove any residue from the glue from the sticker. It works to take off Sharpie markers in some instances. Anyway, so real handy to have, so we definitely want that in there. And then we've got some toothpicks. Kind of silly little addition here, but when I use, we use Fuser's glue, which I call Fuser's glue. It's actually White Elmer's glue. I've got some right here, I can show you. I use this to glue my projects together. It burns off without leaving any residue. It's non-toxic, but when we apply it with the smallest amount possible with the tip of a toothpick. So I've got 2 of those in there. So this way, when the class is underway and we're moving forward and we're constructing, building our projects, they don't have to say, hey Lisa, where's a toothpick? You've got it. Lisa, where's a straight edge? You've got it. Lisa, where's a pencil? You've got it. All right there in front of you. Easy. And everyone has the same thing. So you're not sharing. Everyone has it. It doesn't slow us down. They keep on moving. It's wonderful. In addition to that, like I said, every student has one of these boards where they can cut right on it. They get a towel. They also get a handout. The handout includes firing guides, everything we're going to use in the class. It's 4 pages. You can find this on my website. But theirs are a little more in-depth. They have a little a greater number of firing programs on there because we do a greater number of projects. We do more complex things in this advanced glass fusing class. So they get all of that information right there they can take home. And they've got it right there in front of them. So what we do, the way the class works, is day 1, we jump right in, we introduce ourselves, and we get constructing. Day 2, we're firing, 3 firing. Day 4 is when we sit down, we talk about what we've made, and we go over these firing guides. In addition to all the fun things the students have to look forward to in these little bins, they also get sickle stones. A sickle stone is a file for glass. Sometimes when the glass comes out of the kiln, there's a little spot in one area or another, a lot of times in a pointy area or where maybe a frit fallen off the edge, where the edge of the glass is a little bit sharp, but you don't want to take it to the grinder because you don't want to put a ground edge on it because you want the edge to be uniform and shiny all the way around. Well, you can take this glass file called a sickle stone, you go over that edge, it takes the sharpness away, it's fast, easy, and you maintain that consistent edge quality throughout the entire project. So each of the students also gets one of those. So once I've got all these buckets ready to go, and this is kind of what the student has to look forward to when they get here as far as their work area. They've got that. They have their handouts. They've got a pen, and we have a great 4 days of constructing to look forward to. So, in addition to that, we've got this circle cutter set up. So we're going to be cutting some pieces that are circular. So they are going to want to use this tool right here. So we've got that set up for them. That'll be in kind of a common area in the classroom. Over here, we've got our grinders and the saw. We've got some new lighting installed here to, let's see if I can turn it on for you. New lighting installed. So there's a light over each of the pieces of equipment. The grinders are already cleaned, the bits have been changed, moved, so they're fresh and new, they're ready to go. We've got a bucket of water here. The bucket, we'll just use that to fill the grinders as necessary, the saw as necessary as we're using it. Over here, we have rearranged the studio. Pretty excited about this. So I'm really excited to let you know we rearranged the studio. Have a different configuration here that I think is going to work really well. I've done it this way in the past, and then between classes sometimes we just rearrange things and try different stuff. But at any rate, right now we've got the table set up in such a way. Let me go over here so I can show you. We've got the table set up there 3 in a row this way, with lots of room between them for people to move around. Every student gets half of one of these tables. And right here, these are all the kiln shelves I've been using to make these projects for my Premium Video members. I'm going to have to prime all these in advance of the class, of course, and then once that's done, we'll take these away and we'll set up the class and the student materials and their workstation. So the students will be opposite each other, so they've got a whole half a table to themselves. They can spread out, they can work, lots of elbow room, they can move around very easily. In addition to that, we got a brand new saw. So this saw right here, we're gonna have two saws working simultaneously. This is what I've been using for a couple of years. It works really well. I'm very pleased with it. We went to replace it and buy a second one, but they were out. So we ended up with this tile saw, which we got from Harbor Freight. Got a brand new blade on there, brand new blade on here. Real excited about that. We've got some stuff over here unrelated to the class that has to get put away before we get together. Over here, check this out, guys. Brand new, super comfy chairs. This is our picnic area where we sit and have our chair out here in our spectacular view here with the beautiful sunshine and the trees and the birds and all that. So we got brand new chairs, super comfy. Looking forward to using those. Over here we recently organized all the frit. You guys saw that on video. We organized the scrap. That's all taken care of. Got some more names to add to the wall of flame. We'll be doing that very shortly. So if you stand over here, Nick, and look in this direction, you get a nice idea of, you know, how the rearrangement is and how these tables are, I think, are going to be a lot more efficient. Well, I really enjoyed sharing my studio and the upcoming events we have going on here, and you know, my sort of workings about how we set up for a hands-on class. Really looking forward to this upcoming class, welcoming these 4 students here to do some advanced glass fusing techniques for 4 full days. We're going to be making all brand new projects, nothing you've ever seen before, so I'm really excited about sharing those techniques with these students. If you're interested in taking a hands-on class with me, keep an eye on my blog and on my website. That's where you'll see the dates of upcoming events that I have here in the studio, where you can come on down, we get hardcore glass fusing in a super comfortable, encouraging environment that you are just going to love. A great opportunity for you to really advance your skills and take it to the next level. So please follow my YouTube channel. That way you'll know about all my new videos as soon as they come out. Also consider becoming a Premium Video Member. We'd love to have you. We have new videos coming out all the time. We feature advanced techniques. It's exclusive content just for members. So they're great courses, all different types of techniques, different types of projects you're just gonna love. So please consider becoming a Premium Video Member. I enjoyed sharing this with you today. I enjoy bringing you more information and more hands-on videos showing what we're doing in this class and upcoming videos. And until next time, happy fusing.